Trouble is an absolute guarantee in this life. Jesus even promised his disciples in John chapter 16, "In the world you will have tribulation." Unpredictable hardship and daily uncertainties are written onto the blank page of every human life. When that trouble inevitably arrives, we usually default to one of two extremes. We either mask the pain and pretend everything is completely fine, or we collapse into total despair. The Apostle Paul offers a completely different approach in Romans 12:12. He doesn't offer a quick fix or a way to escape your circumstances. Instead, he lays out a steady, Christ-centered pattern for walking directly through a broken world without losing your footing. The instruction is remarkably simple, built on 3 clear commands: rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. Rejoicing, enduring, and praying. Together, they form an internal spiritual rhythm that keeps us anchored to God, even when everything external feels chaotic. We start with hope. In our modern language, hope often means wishful thinking, crossing our fingers and wanting a specific outcome. But biblical hope is a confident expectation that looks forward. This confidence isn't based on how good our situation looks. It is anchored exclusively in the historical reality of Christ's resurrection and the unchanging character of God. We know the promises he has made, and we know he has the power to keep them. Rejoicing in that hope does not require you to paste on a fake smile or suppress honest sorrow. The Bible makes plenty of room for grief. David cried out in lament, and Jesus himself wept. True hope allows you to experience deep, authentic grief while holding on to the certainty that your suffering does not have the final word. That brings us to the second instruction: be patient in tribulation. Biblical patience is the act of remaining faithful in the present. It means staying steady under intense pressure without abandoning your trust in God. We need to be clear about what endurance is not. It does not mean remaining silent about abuse, refusing to accept help, or pretending that deep pain is perfectly fine. Real endurance often looks profoundly ordinary. It might be the act of taking just one more faithful step. It can look like seeking wise counsel from a professional or setting a healthy boundary in a difficult relationship. God does not waste the trials of his people. He uses the exact pressure of our present tribulation to forge our character, expose our false sources of security, and teach us to rely completely on him. The final piece of the rhythm is to be constant in prayer. We often treat prayer like an emergency cord, the final, desperate option we pull after everything else fails. Instead, Paul describes it as a posture of continual, daily dependence on God. Being constant in prayer doesn't mean you have to maintain perfect mental concentration all day long or use formal, elevated language. It is simply the habit of consistently turning your attention toward God. You can practice this posture in the most ordinary moments. Talk to him when you wake up in the morning or during your commute to work. Turn to him in sudden moments of fear and acknowledge him in times of quiet gratitude. Continual prayer may not instantly change your external circumstances, but it changes how you walk through them. It redirects your focus from the storm around you back to the God who controls it. These 3 commands are completely interconnected. Prayer is the connective tissue. It links our present tribulation to our future hope. When your hope feels dangerously weak, you pray. When God uses that prayer to remind you of his promises, you rejoice. And when the answer hasn't come yet, you endure. Then you pray again. Romans 12:12 is not a magical formula to help you avoid suffering. It is a practical, tested pattern for remaining faithful while you are right in the middle of it. Take a look at your own life today. What are you depending on to make you feel secure? Is your ultimate hope resting on your bank account, a specific desired outcome, or another person? Those things are fragile. Whatever disappointment or hardship you are facing right now, name it honestly to God. Biblical endurance starts with deep honesty, never with denial. Tell him exactly what is difficult. You probably cannot solve the entire situation today. Instead, ask yourself what faithfulness looks like for just the next hour. Pick one small act of obedience and take that next faithful step. Let's bring this to God right now. Heavenly Father, When our circumstances are unpredictable, remind us that your promises are absolutely secure. Give us the strength to endure our trials without losing our faith, and teach us to stay in constant conversation with you. Which of these 3 truths do you need most today? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to get deeper into the related scriptures and practical applications, read the full study linked in the description below. A transformed Christian life isn't built on dramatic leaps. It is built day by day on the steady, unwavering rhythm of hope, endurance, and prayer.